Hello, and welcome back to another small tutorial we're going to be doing on a TryHackMe room, which is the Burp Suite Basics. Now, TryHackMe has 5 different rooms on Burp Suite. They have the basics, a room on the repeater function, intruder function, extender function, and some other modules. If you go through all 5 of these rooms, you'll have a pretty core understanding of what Burp Suite is and how you can implement it in your day-to-day. Now, for this example, we're going to be doing the practical example attack, and I've gone ahead and gone through tasks 1 through 13 and 15, which is the conclusion. But in the practical on task 14, we're going to navigate to the site that TryHackMe graciously hosts for us to do some legal and allowed testing with the Burp Suite tool, where we can insert some malicious JavaScript into this website without having any worry about breaking the law. So we're going to navigate to this site, and we're just going to be trying with some proof of concept malicious JavaScript, nothing too advanced. But as you can see on the left, we have this script which is going to call an alert on the page that says successful XSS, which is cross-site script. So if we were to just try and insert that right here in the contact email, you see that it pretty quickly just gets deleted from that input. This is because this site actually has some client-side input filters that are going to prevent certain characters like these two that I'm trying to input right now. But if I were just to type in script, you can see it works fine, but we just can't put these characters that JavaScript uses frequently. And if we do, it's going to delete everything in the message, so there's really no way to get it in. So we have to find a way to do it through some other means. So enter Burp Suite. So we're using the Community Edition, which is free for anyone to use. Burp Suite does offer a Pro and Enterprise Edition, but those are pretty much out of the scope. They have some pretty good tools, but nothing that we're going to need for this basic level attack. So we're going to be using the proxy tool, which is just a feature that basically allows us to intercept web traffic before it gets displayed in our browser through the HTTP. So we're going to go to the proxy tab and turn on intercept. Before I do go any further though, I want to mention I am using the built-in browser that Burp Suite has, but as you can see on the left here, you can use a proxy that's basically just Foxy proxy that allows you to connect to your own browser, and you can use Burp Suite with whatever browser you're using, whether it be Firefox, Opera GX, Chrome. You don't have to use the Burp Suite browser necessarily. But now we're going to get on with the attack. So as you can see, we can't input this malicious JavaScript, so we're just going to try and do a request normally. So let's just imagine for a second, this is our email, and this is what we're trying to ask for. Now, if we go ahead and submit this query, you're going to see right here that we've actually intercepted what was going to be sent as a request to the web server. And you can see the field where our email is right here. And this is where we can actually go ahead and try to get past some of these client-side filters and input some malicious JavaScript. So on default, it should be URL encoded is off, but just to show you how you turn that on, you just right-click and hit this button right here, and this is going to allow us to input some malicious JavaScript. So if we press this forward button, which I'll go ahead and widen this window so we can see better, it's going to send this request to the web server, getting past some of these client-side filters. So that's gone ahead and been posted, and we're just going to turn intercept off, and you're going to see that our cross-site script has successfully been implemented. So this is just a pretty basic example of proof of concept, basically showing you that you can get past that client-side filter, and you can do some pretty nasty cross-site scripting attacks. Now, theoretically, if you watched our other video on cross-site scripting, you would see that you could, if we were logged in as a user account, input some cross-site scripting, which I'll go ahead and copy and paste just so you can see what it would look like. Put it right here since the filter isn't there. This is basically just a piece of JavaScript, which we can go ahead and get rid of this because this filter isn't applicable. It will fetch basically calling to our netcat listener on whatever our machine's IP address is and port. So for example, if we did have a netcat listener running, which I'll go ahead and start up with -VP on port 9001. Now this isn't going to work because we're not logged in as anything. But if we were to go ahead and type in our IP at 10.13.21.109 on port 9001, this would theoretically call back to our listener and request whatever the cookie was of the user we were trying. attack. And with that cookie, we could do some nasty attacks, basically log into their session, make unauthorized changes, do similar things. But it's important that you know how all of these attacks work so that you at your company, or just for your own knowledge, can understand these attacks and better protect yourself against them. So I hope you enjoyed this little introduction to Burp Suite today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment. But if not, I hope you have a good day, and this is me logging off.